Thank you very much, Phil. Brilliant speech. Ladies, gentlemen, friends, relations, Mr. and Mrs. Balfe. So here we are, not at Gretna Green. Now I know some of you did wonder about Gretna Green at one point in time, but this wonderful venue has trumped it, hasn't it? Isn't it? Absolutely great. And to build on what Phil has just said, let's again, is anybody here from Mythe? I was going to suggest that we gave them a round of applause, but there's nobody in here, is there? Anyway, let's do it. Hey, Roy. Guests, thank you for joining us then on this wonderful, joyous occasion as we celebrate the very obvious love and commitment between Phil and Collette. As best man, it is a real honour and privilege to stand here today and say a few words about my very special nephew, Phil. But before I do that, let me start by saying, Collette, how lovely you look today. Absolutely beautiful. I love that dress. How fabulous you look. You are the epitome of happiness. The way in which you almost danced into there. And I agree, isn't that hint of Princess Anna about you? Absolutely. And you and Phil look the perfect match. Truly, and I think this is your term, soulmates. It's just so obvious to us all, isn't it?
Yes.
Every look, every touch between you tells a tale. Moreover, from what we all know, your love story is a testament to the beauty of true love. And I'm grateful to be a witness to this special occasion and this special moment, as I'm sure we all are. So I've known Phil from the very beginning. Well, not quite the beginning, but almost the beginning. Almost the beginning. And I've watched Phil's journey through life, sometimes closely, sometimes from a distance, and that allows a perspective. And this has allowed me to form a view that I'd like to share with you. And I think everybody in this room who knows Phil will recognise something in what I say. Although, obviously, we each have our own vantage points. But I think the essence of my message will be that we are all truly fortunate to have this man in our midst. And, of course, Collette, you know full well that you are. So here are my thoughts. And as I speak, I'd like you, those of you that know Phil or are beginning to get to know Phil, to try and find evidence, examples of what I say in your own experience of him, because I'm going to describe 4 key elements about his character that I so admire. Firstly, when you get to know Phil, you'll understand what a very caring bloke he is. It's important to say that Phil wears his heart on his sleeve, and other people appreciate and feel his comfort in their company, his genuine interest in them. Be with Phil just a few minutes and he's asking you about yourself and how things are. You will have all experienced that who've spoken to Phil. So he's caring, he's kind, he enjoys helping people, and if he sees somebody struggling, including at work, I know, he's there for them. And in so doing, I find that Phil exudes a confidence. And I think others can draw strength from that. And I think he wraps that self-assurance with sympathy, consideration, and warmth. The second thing about Phil that I'd like to emphasise and to talk about and to celebrate is that he is a man of principle. You'll know that Phil is a person with clear opinions and feelings about values, scruples, and these gear and guide his life. He holds dear his moral stance towards life. You can trust him. You can trust Phil in all he says and all he does. He's steadfast, he's honest, he's true. He's a protector of established traditional family values that have stood us all in society in good stead for a long time. And I think Phil sacrifices himself for other people because of those values. There's more, Phil. There's more.
Get on.
Yeah.
All good.
So I hope you're recognising these things in him that I see. Because the third thing I want to emphasise about Phil, I know this will have impressed you, Collette, because I've talked to you both, which is ample evidence about this, and that he has enormous problem-solving ability. Real problem-solving ability. His capacity to solve problems, to rise above situations, survey the territory ahead, see patterns and possibilities that wouldn't be obvious to others, they're all very evident with him. Amazingly, though, although he can get this helicopter perspective on things, he's also got a good eye for detail. Yeah, he's got a good eye for detail, hasn't he? Wow, he can... Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And I know the experiences you've had recently together, the journey, some of the journey you've been on recently, has really, because Phil has this capacity, it stood you both in good stead. So, Collette, I'm sure you'll agree that Phil is somebody who will lead you through periods of uncertainty in life. I think he will bring clarity during times of ambiguity, and he'll steer a course of action in life that will bring you both success. Fourthly, and by no means least, I'd like to emphasise another really important point about Phil, and that is he is an absolute rock. He's resilient. He's good in a storm. When the need arises, this guy's... I mean, look at the way he's been today. Just cool, calm and collected. Ample evidence. Imagine having somebody like that by your side in life. He doesn't let the comments of other people unsettle him. He can bounce back after adversity. Collette, you are truly fortunate, I mean, you know this, to have a man by your side with such considerable robustness and toughness. And these wonderful qualities and more, because I think everybody here who knows him would want to add to what I've said, will stand your partnership in very good stead. Therefore, Collette, I think what we're doing is we're emphasising how fortunate you are to have Phil by your side. He's now not only your husband, but also your confidant, your best friend, your unwavering support. And I know you will both cherish the love you share and continue to grow together, whilst always remembering how to communicate, compromise and support each other's dreams. Marriage is a journey filled with ups and downs. But it's these challenges that strengthen the bond between two people. And now, as you embark on this new chapter in your lives, I encourage you to always remember that love is not just a feeling, it's a choice you're making every day going forward. And I know you'll never forget this day, this incredible day, and the reasons why you fell in love in the first place. And turning to all of you here present today, we celebrate not only the union of Phil and Collette, but also the coming together of two families. If you haven't done already, later today, find somebody you don't know and have a chat with them. You know, this is just one of the wonderful things about today, this opportunity to meet. I've already had some wonderful chats with people I didn't know on your side of the family, Collette, not least with that grand guy down there, Joe. And whilst we celebrate that, I'd also like to build on what Phil has said about those not present today. Let us rest assured that the love of those recently departed and those long departed does go with you, just as yours does towards them. And to name a few, to Peter, to Anna Marie, Margaret, and my mum, Mary. Our mum, Mary. So let us raise a glass to them all, but especially let's offer a toast to a lifetime of happiness and love and endless adventures for you, the newlyweds. We offer you our heartfelt congratulations. You've found in each other a love that's rare and it's beautiful. May your journey be filled with everlasting happiness, and may your love grow stronger with each passing day. Please.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. However, I'm not finished there. You know, one of the loveliest images of Phil, I don't know if you've seen this, whether anybody's been connected with Phil on WhatsApp. One of the loveliest images of Phil and Collette is them dancing to the statue of Eric Morecambe at Morecambe Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, we hope, don't we, that they're going to replicate that later. We want to see a bit of that later. Yes. No pressure. And I know if Eric Morecambe, one of your heroes, if Eric Morecambe were here, he'd have something to say about marriage. And if Eric and Ernie were here now, sitting there, they'd want to share a secret or two with you, Phil. And in this scenario that I'm describing now, Eric says, I've been married for 20 years. And Ernie replies, wow, 20 years? What's your secret? And Eric says, well, I'll let you in on it. Every morning, I wake up, I look in the mirror, and then I say to myself, you're a lucky guy, Eric. She's still here. So, talking about that trip to Morecambe Bay, I know there'll be many more adventures. Many surprises in many envelopes. Because one of the best things about Phil is his beautiful relationship, and the beautiful relationship with Collette, is that he likes to create surprises. And each one is offered in a sealed envelope. Hey. And so you'll know about the evenings out, the weekends away, where he whisks her off on city breaks, here, there and everywhere. And then there was that very special marriage proposal itself, where you suddenly spied the ring on the pillow, and the rest is history.
Not saying it.
Well, may you have many more wonderful times together. May your journey be filled with laughter, joy, and unwavering support. And as your best man, I commit to being here for you both if ever you need me. Ready to celebrate the milestones, offer a listening ear, and to remind you of the love you share. So again, everyone, a further toast to Phil and Collette. Congratulations on finding your forever love. May your marriage be everything you've ever dreamed of and more. Cheers. Thank you very much.